Okay, so I got the steering box out. Hardest part is that pitman arm, but everything else is pretty easy. It's just disconnecting that shaft, these 3 bolts, pitman arm, that's it. Okay, so I marked this here. I probably should have marked the pitman arm too, but I didn't. Anyways, I don't think it's supposed to have this much play. This also is supposed to have, this right here is supposed to have like 3 to 8 pounds or something like that before it can turn. And look at this. It's really easy to turn. And then look at that. There's a lot of play in there. It's barely turning that pitman arm shaft there. It's a lot of play. So I think it needs to be rebuilt. I could have adjusted that screw and everything and screwed with that, but the seal was leaking down there, so yeah. Okay, so I just got the shaft out and the seal out. This is a freaking rock. Like, you cannot squish that at all. So yeah, it needed a new seal. Can't get that nut off though. I'm gonna have to keep screwing with it. I don't have a socket that big, and I've seen people do it on YouTube where they just did it with a punch, but I kind of screwed it up. I sprayed some stuff on it. Maybe I'll let it sit overnight and then try it tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Just a bunch of WD-40 and a punch and a hammer. Got it. All right, got everything apart. These bearings look fine. They never made any noise, and I could probably just reuse them, but it's been 35 years. You know, all the shafts and everything are fine. So I could probably reuse it all, but I'm gonna just put new bearings in. Okay, so this kit is from Roadless Gear, just on his eBay store. It's got all the seals, bearings. I didn't get the one with all the shafts because I figured mine would be just fine, and it is. But this O-ring was the only seal that wasn't hard as a rock. But that's because it was sitting in oil. But I'm still just gonna replace it because I'm already here. So yeah, got all my bearings, seals. So yeah. So here's what I do to drive in seals. I'm just using the oil I'm gonna put in it. It's just 80W90. I think this, yeah, 7/8 socket. They're different sizes for the seals, but yeah, I just drove it in with that. Just set it on there, drive it in even. Makes it easier with the oil on there. To me, that's dirt in there. So yeah, maybe those bearings aren't so good. Never made any noise or anything, but it's also a steering box. So yeah, should probably get all that out. So I cleaned it out a little bit. Just put it in my sink and cleaned it out. It's a little bit better. I don't know if that was dirt or rust. Probably not rust. I actually doubt that because there's oil on it. But just over the years, I guess, just collected dirt up in there. It's kind of weird that it didn't all go to the bottom though. Up in there, it was just kind of floating around up here. Because it sits in there like this. I don't know. Well, I could see how, yeah, I don't know though. Could be dirt. Okay, all right, I put this shaft in, the new seal and the bearings. Put the bearings in facing down because the races look like they're supposed to sit in there that way. I don't think you can see that top one. Anyways, put in the other shaft and see if everything works. Okay, it's all back together. Everything's set up right. Got the right amount of pressure and crap on it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I'll put it back together and see if it works right. So everything's back together. Steering does feel a little bit tighter, so it's still got a lot of play, but maybe that's just normal or something, I don't know. But it's not leaking anymore, so it's fine for me.